hello. Well, I've got to get through the first, I don't know, I think it's like 90 seconds or something without saying anything.
BoxOfDogs, you looking mighty fine today.
Well, thank you very much. That $95 donation, thank you. You're more keen on this podcast than I am, you crazy person. Anyway, so I've got to get through like 90 seconds or something before saying anything that will trigger certain things on YouTube and stuff. But then today's subject, we're going to get into picking which tourist organization I should join. Because why not? The West is gone. It's over for the West. And I feel like I want to fight for something. So it's like, well, is that 90 seconds? I think it's probably 90 seconds. Right, let's do the intro and then we'll get into it.
Yeah, but I know what'll make you feel better.
Oh, no, not another box of dogs!
It's another box of dogs!
That's right, you big beautiful bunch of poofters. It's another box of dogs. And today we're picking our favorite terrorist organization. Who's your favorite terrorist organization? Let me know in the comments. Because I'm trying to decide which one to join. I would have joined the IRA, but they're gone. They turned into Sinn Féin and sold Ireland off. So, can't join them anymore. But here I've got, I don't know, like, I've got a bit of a list of contenders. Al-Qaeda and affiliates. Maybe one of the affiliates. A globy sunny Islamist extreme net. Well, they're sunny. I guess they've got a sunny disposition, which is nice. Because you want to be around positive people. And these guys, they say they're sunny. A global sunny Islamist. I don't know. Islam. I can't. Islam's gay. I can't join Islams. But maybe. Al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula. Based in Yemen and Saudi Arabia. I don't want to join a Saudi Arabian thing. I'd go to Saudi Arabia, but I wouldn't want to be a terrorist there. I'd just be a tourist. Al-Qaeda in the Islamic Maghreb. Aqim. That's their AQIM. Aqim. I can't join anything called Aqim. How can you be taken seriously if you join something called Aqim? Operating in North and West Africa. No. Yeah. You get AIDS. Haras al-Din had Anal Qaeda. Anal Qaeda? Anal Qaeda? Oh, an Al-Qaeda. Sorry. I thought it was Anal Qaeda. That sounds terrifying. Anal Qaeda affiliate in Syria. Anal Qaeda. What's the requirement for joining Anal Qaeda? Alright, Islamic State, ISIS, ISIL, and affiliates. I don't know. Wasn't ISIS a god? An Egyptian god, a bird of some kind? I can't follow something that's a bird. I mean, birds are cool and everything, but they eat chips. ISIS and a rival Sunni Islamist extremist group. So they're Sunni the other way. They're like, they keep a Sunni disposition, but they're just going, maybe they sing and dance. That's nice. Islamist extremist group to Al-Qaeda known for its brutal tactics and territorial control in Iraq and Syria. Ugh. Yuck. Islamic State. They're all Islamic. What the hell? Islamic State Sinai Province, ISIS SP, operating in the Sinai Peninsula, Egypt. What? Why would you even bother? What are you going to do? Take over a pyramid? Islamic State in Khorasan. I can't even say that. Islamic State in West Africa Province. No. Oh, Boko Haram. Boko Haram. I mean, it kind of sounds fun. Boko Haram. It kind of sounds like a game that you play. Anyone for a round of Boko Haram? That sounds fun, actually. All right, we'll put Boko Haram on the maybe list. Although often conflated, both are designated based in Nigeria and the Lake Chad region. Lake Chad. Well, that sounds kind of based. Lake of Chads. All right. Hamas, a Palestinian, well, we know who Hamas is, a Palestinian Islamist political and military movement governing the Gaza Strip. That sounds too dangerous. Hezbollah, a Lebanese Shia Islamist political party and militant group. Hezbollah. It sounds pretty gay. Hezbollah. What else have we got here? Al-Shabaab. I could go on Al-Shabaab right now, actually. I'm a bit hungry. Can we get some Al-Shabaabs in here? Boko Haram, Jamaat Tatsu Ahisana. I can't even say half of these things. Known for mass kidnappings. Again, we'll leave that on the maybe. Tehrik-e-Taliban, Pakistan, the TTP, the Pakistani Taliban district from but allied with Afghan Taliban. That sounds like a song. Afghan Taliban. Jamaat Nusrat al-Islam wal Muslimin. The JNIM. I can't get with these Islams, though. They don't eat pork. That's a big one for me. Like, if you don't eat pork, how can you be happy? Islamic Jihad Union, the IJU, a group composed primarily of Central Asians. I don't mind Asians. Again, aligned with Al-Qaeda. And I'm still affected by the whole anal-Qaeda thing. It sounds nasty. In the desert, too. You don't want to get anal-Qaeda in the desert. Katibat al-Tawhid wal-Jihad, the KTJ, a Central Asian jihad. These are all jihad. I can't get... All right, here we go. Oh, this one's good. Now we're getting into it. Revolutionary Armed Forces of Colombia. FARC for short. Seriously, their acronym is FARC. FARC. How could you seriously join an organization called FARC? Excuse me while I just block someone here. Just got to go here. And let's go to chat and let's go block this person block, add to block list. There we go. And you're gone. Bye-bye. I'm trying to weave gold here, and you're talking to revolutionary. Fuck. I could kind of get on board with FARC just for the fact that just because it's called FARC. F-A-R-C. Let's see, what are they? A former Marxist-Leninist guerrilla group involved with the drug trade. Okay. And if they're Marxist, everyone gets drugs. Everyone gets equal amounts of drugs. So that's appealing. All right, we'll put FARC on top of the list. FARC is now the front runner. Let's see what else we got. Oh, while it disarmed under the 2016 peace deal, pussies, dissident factions, FARC dissidents, remain active. FARC dissidents. Okay, I can get on board with the FARC dissidents as long as they're still into sharing the drugs of the drug trade. All right, what else have we got? National Liberation Army, ELN. That makes no sense. NLA is the ELN, a Marxist, more Marxist-Leninist guerrilla group active in Colombia. Abdullah Azam Brigade, the AAB, a Lebanon-based Sunni jihadist group. More Sunni jihadists. I don't know how you be a jihadist with a Sunni disposition. That seems like being a jihadist would be the opposite of having a Sunni disposition. How do you chop someone's head off and keep a Sunni... would you smile? Would you do a dance and a song? Oh, here we go. Aum Shinrikyo, a Japanese doomsday cult responsible for the 1995 Tokyo sarin gas attack, now known as Aleph. Well, I like the Japanese, and I do love a doomsday cult. But they're using chemical weapons. That's not nice. Oh, what else we got? Basque Fatherland and Liberty. ETA. Their acronym is ETA. How can you be taken seriously? What do we want? Change. When do we want it? Well, estimated time of arrival should be quite soon. That's ridiculous. Absolute nonsense. This is going to be a short one tonight, by the way. I'm just not going to muck around too much. We'll get into the digital ID in a bit. Probably. Kurdistan Workers' Party, the PKK, a Kurdish separatist group operating in Turkey, Iraq, and Syria. Nah. Real Irish Republican Army, RIRA. R-I-R-A. An Irish Republican dissident group opposed to Northern Ireland peace process. Do they still exist? So they just put an R in front of their name. That's like the alphabet, people. It's just going to get longer and longer. It's going to be R-I-R-A-Q-I plus. Kahan Chai, or Catch, or Kak. A radical Jewish... No! Absolutely not. I have standards. That's amazing. A radical Jewish Orthodox organization founded by followers of Mir Kahan, and they're called Kak. No way. What else we got? Tahir Al-Kidris. What do you think, guys? Which one should I join? So far, what was the one I said earlier? The FARC, the Revolutionary Armed Forces of Colombia. They're the front runners at this point. Just for the drugs, really. And the fact that I'd be a FARC dissident. Who wouldn't want to be a FARC dissident? All right. Tahir al-Qadri's organizations. A far-right, Islamic political party in Pakistan. No way. All right, what else we got? Grey Wolves. Ulku Öcalan. A Turkish far-right national group. All right, that I can get with. And they got a cool name, the Grey Wolves. Designated by India. Lashkar-e-Taiba, a Pakistan-based jihadist group responsible for the 2008 Mumbai attacks. Nah. If you're fighting people in India, that's... Nah. Sounds like a shit show. Jaish-e-Mohammed, JEM, a Pakistan-based jihadist group focused on Kashmir. So they dress nice, that's good. They've probably got like nice sweaters. Their uniform is probably like a nice, like a throw that you put over your shoulders and you go out and you look fashionable and it's soft and it's nice. That's pretty cool. But still, you can't beat FARC. Baba Khalsa International, the BKI, a Sikh separatist group seeking an independent Khalistan. Well, they're Sikh. They're fully Sikh. A fully Sikh separatist group. All right. Couple left. So far it's FARC, but I think we're getting into some good ones now. These ones are designated by the United Kingdom. The Base. All right, here we go. The Base. A neo-Nazi, like it. White supremacist, love it. Accelerationist group. So they go fast. I guess they're into cars. It's all right. I'm not that into cars. I like cars, but I'm not like, you know. All right. Sonnenkrieg Division. A UK-based neo-Nazi, love it. Satanist group, nah. Nah, neo-Nazi Satanists. Nah. Pick one, Hitler or Satan. One's good, one's bad. You know what I mean? You can't be pro-Hitler and pro-Satan. That's like being pro-Hitler and pro-Israel. That's ridiculous. Get your shit together, Sonnenkrieg Division. All right, 2 left. Designated by Russia. Taliban. While the US and others have delisted the Taliban, well, what's even the point? If the US has delisted the Taliban, what's the point? Why would you join? Russia still designates it as a terrorist organization. Well, it's all right. Oh, I like this last one. Hang on. The Medieval Rage Battalion. Oh, I like the sound of that. A Ukrainian far-right group. The Medieval Rage Battalion. I just like the name. All right. Well, it's a toss-up. Vote in the chat. Which one Should I join the Medieval Rage Battalion, which sounds fucking cool, or FARC for the cocaine? I'm kind of going... Medieval Rage sounds good. I like that. But it's Ukrainian. I don't know if I want to join Ukraine. It sounds kind of lame. I don't want to go to Ukraine. They're fucking getting their asses kicked in order to be sold to BlackRock. They're fighting a losing war so that BlackRock can come in and... Yeah, nah. You got a cool name, Medieval Rage. And you're far right, so that's good. I like that. You're probably pro-Hitler because you're Ukrainian. So that's good. Got a lot going for you, I'll say. You got a lot going for you. I like the far right. I like the Nazi thing. Medieval Rage sounds great, but do you have cocaine? So at this point, FARC are winning. So I think I'll go with FARC. Yeah, because I'm going with FARC. I think the answer has to be FARC. Let's join FARC. Alright, we've picked a terrorist organization to join. I'm off to Colombia. Where's Colombia? It's Western Australia, I think. No, of course not. It's in South Colombia's in Southeast Asia. That's right. All right. So, what do we got? We have Christopher Hitchens. Let's just have a quick listen to what this is. Christopher Hitchens versus Queer Starmer, and I'm going to have to adjust my my thing here, but we can start with Chris.
Give it up or give it to your deadliest enemy and pay for the rope that will choke you. This is very urgent business, ladies and gentlemen. I beseech you. Resist it while you still can, and before the right to complain is taken away from you, which will be the next thing. You will be told you can't complain because you're Islamophobic. The term is already being introduced into the culture as if it was an accusation of race hatred, for example, or bigotry, whereas it's only the objection to the preachings of a very extreme and absolutist religion. Watch out for these symptoms. They are not just symptoms of surrender, very often ecumenically offered to you by men of God in other robes, Christian and Jewish and smarmy ecumenical. These are the ones who will hold open the gates for the barbarians. The barbarians never take a city till someone holds the gates open for them. And it's your own preachers who will do it for you, and your own multicultural authorities who will do it for you. Resist it while you can.
Join FARC.
Wonder what will happen if you don't. Look and see how a cricket team in Middlesex in England had to change its name by force last week because it was called, and had been for years, the Middlesex Crusaders. Look and see how stories about little pigs can't be taught to children in English schools anymore, lest offence be taken by the religion of peace. Resist it while you can.
And it's too late to resist it. A woman in the Gold Coast was told to cover up those titties, or you're gonna offend some other cultures that don't like titties. So it's too late to resist. And let's hear what Queer Starmer has to say.
One of the things that is coming up over and over again is Islamophobia. And, well, you can see the stats, you can see the numbers rising, particularly since October the 7th. Although we shouldn't fall into the trap of thinking that before October the 7th, this was all heading in the right direction. It's been far too high for far too long. Clearly, we need to just say over and over again, Islamophobia is intolerable. It can never, ever be justified, and we have to continue with a zero-tolerance approach. And I think there's more we can do in government. There's certainly stuff online which I think needs tackling much more robustly than it is at the moment.
What I'm hoping, Keir, is your experience as a prosecutor means you'll be thinking about the strategy we can use to make sure we take action against those who break the law.
And the action they're taking in Canada now is you can get life in prison for hate speech, which I'd be fucked. Anyway. Yeah. Anyway, I don't have a lot of videos. So I had actually. Let me just. I'll scroll through while I talk about. Okay, stop, Chris. Shut up. I'll have a look if I've got these other relevant videos here, but I can't adjust my screen at the moment for some reason. I guess it's operating in safe mode because yeah. Anyway, let's talk about the digital ID thing just briefly, and then I'll show you a dog watching a vampire movie. And I'll end it because I'm not doing a long one tonight. I just wanted to come on and see if anyone could recommend any terrorist organizations for me to join, because I'm bored. Need a good terrorist organization. So the digital ID is coming. It's happening in England, and it's coming here as well. There's people talking about resisting it. I don't see it happening. I see this as being the digital Australia card. And if you're not familiar with the Australia card and what happened with the Australia card, I think it was back in the 80s. They wanted to introduce this thing called the Australia card, and it was going to be a single ID that basically linked you to all this government stuff. And everyone protested and said, no, we're not doing that. Well, not everyone, but enough people protested and said, no, we're not doing that. And the government backed off. And they said, all right, we're not doing that. A year later, they introduced the Medicare card. And now everyone has one. And the Medicare card was just the Australia card, just repackaged. That's what they're going to do with the digital ID. It's very much inevitable because this is one of the things that has to happen in order to create the one world government with absolute control, which is what they're pushing for. So it really is the time to resist it, although, as I say, I don't know how much point there is in resisting it. But I always figure it's better to, it's better to not go along easily with these people. So if we can get enough people organized to resist this thing, because the way you resist is you simply don't sign up for it, and the pressure will mount to sign up, and life will get hard for a little while, but it'll be just same thing as COVID. I do have a video here that, if I can find it, I will play it because it is extremely relevant. Because the digital ID, they introduced a digital ID system in India. Now, maybe their hackers are better. I don't know how that's possible. I mean, they've introduced this in China, and there are people coming out now saying that they can't buy food because they haven't signed up. They don't want to sign up, so they can't buy food. So their families try to help them, and then they circumvent that as well. And they stop that from happening. So they really do crush us out. But I mean, if enough people actually did resist and we got together and went, well, if you won't let us buy food, we'll just go and take food. And en masse, we just went, right, it's shopping day. And we all just went and took what we needed. I mean, I'm talking a real proper rebellion where, like, you know, people are like fighting, like literally fighting back. Like literally taking a stand. But that is what it would take. And it's not a thing of, it's not a matter of, well, if 10% of us do it, that's not enough. All right. Here it is. Now, once again, I can't adjust my thing. But anyway, this is the story. Hey, Sandy. Yeah, I won't keep you up late tonight. This is just going to be a brief one. I think I've chosen my terrorist organization to join. I did think about starting my own terrorist organization here in Australia. Like with the indigenous people, the originals. And I'd call it the Aboriginal based organization. You can figure out that acronym. Okay, so here's what happened with the digital ID. Now, as I say, I can't adjust my screen at the moment for some reason, but let's just go with this. This is what happened in India.
For those of you who think that digital ID sounds convenient, let me warn you what happened in India, where over 1 billion people were forced into a system like this. It became one of the largest disasters of the century. In India, the government linked people's food rations, pensions, and even hospital access to a digital ID system. The problem? Criminal networks learned how to hack and manipulate biometric data. When fingerprints didn't match, or when hackers swapped someone's identity, people were locked out of survival. Entire families were denied food. In just one state, at least 24 people starved to death after being cut off from rations. Some elderly pensioners went months with no income because their IDs were hijacked. Victims reported going to the store only to be told, your fingerprint doesn't match, no food for you. Others went to hospitals and were turned away because their ID had been cloned. Imagine being sick, hungry, or elderly, and a glitch or a hacker takes away your right to live. This wasn't just a glitch here or there. Organized criminal groups exploited the system, stealing benefits, rerouting funds, and selling fake identities. At one point, millions of fake accounts were uncovered, used to siphon money meant for the poor. A system sold as secure ended up creating a black market for identities where the poor suffered and criminals thrived. This is the real danger of digital ID. It's not about safety or protecting children. It's about control and exploitation. Once everything you need to live, food, money, medicine, is tied to a single ID, all it takes is an error or a criminal to cut you off. India's experiment showed us what happens.
Hunger, fraud, and corruption. So, we all still stoked for that digital ID? We all still going to comply and go with it? When you know that hackers could cut you off from your bank accounts, your ability to get medical attention, your ability to do anything. Everyone's super keen to comply again. So now you see why I'm joining a terrorist organization or starting my own. I was tossing up, should I start a church or a terrorist organization? I've always wanted to start my own religion. But, you know, at this point,